As we breathe deeply, we really want us to focus on the exhale. And as we focus on the exhale, what we really want to do is feel like we are kind of sloughing off all old energy. Sloughing it off. Through our exhale, we're breathing in pure white light. And then we're just exhaling as if we're letting go around anything that doesn't resonate with this pure white light. And then we realize that's what we're doing from our own side. We're bringing in this white light from the top of our heads down through our central channels. And then as we exhale, we're releasing, because the white light is a different magnetic frequency. And as such, the things that might be normally adhered to in our bodies are not being adhered to in the same way, because the white light has a different magnetic frequency. And therefore, they easily just kind of leave off the body. And again, the body, meaning the physical, the emotional, the mental, and the etheric body. So this white light is coming in from a much higher sixth dimension of energy. It's like a pole coming down through us. And then as it emanates outward, radiates outward, vibrates outward, a lot of the things that we've been holding in a lesser energy field are able to just go out with our exhale. So this is the whole thing. As we say, we open our bodies. We attune ourselves and calibrate to the higher dimensional diamond ray. We allow easily and effortlessly all that no longer serves us to go out with the exhalation of the breath. And as it is exhaled with the breath, it is released from the physicality, from the emotionality, from the mentality, and from the etheric field. So we see that beautiful kind of white beam of light moving down through us in all directions. And what we really see is beyond seeing it is we feel the frequency it is. It is like a precise energy field. It is like such a heightened frequency of light. And yet at the same time, it is very peaceful. And it's almost like a torchlight. It's like how you turn on a light to see your way in the dark. As we see this white beam of light coming through us, we feel it is like a torchlight that is showing us the way. And the first thing it shows us is the nature of magnetics. And then as we do this, we allow ourselves to feel that indeed we are on an earth, and indeed there's all these billions of people on this earth, and indeed the earth is rotating on its axis. And although we like to think that it's rotated in empty space, we all know there is substance in this space. And we all know that if we move even anything in a axis, that it will move energy. So we want to tune in now to the fact that we are sitting in these apparent physical bodies, separate bodies, on this crust of the earth, which is moving on an axis, and as it moves, it is swirling space around it, and that space has substance, light, energy, magnetics. So what we're becoming aware of is, although we have this line of clear energy through us, that the earth herself has an axis through her. So now we see that white diamond ray coming into the earth, and understand that it literally is, it's like if you beaded a necklace, you would have two baubles. One would be there, and then there would be a space, and there'd be another. So we see this big white column of light moving from higher dimensional, sixth dimension, into the earth, and we see there is like an etheric earth there, and then that white beam of light does move through the physical planet that we're on. So there's two, and one looks kind of like an etheric earth, and one looks like a physical earth. But we really pay attention to what looks like the etheric earth, because it's not really simply the etheric nature of Gaia. It is the higher field of the planet. It is the new earth that is already formed, and it's formed out of light. We see that it also is made out of the substance of pure light, diamond light. And so we see that us in our bodies with this diamond light coming through us, and the planet with this diamond light, we also begin to perceive that this body that we are sitting in, this physicality that we think we do everything from, that indeed on this line of light coming into our own Antahkaranas, is indeed a higher dimensional us. And sometimes that can feel like a light body, and sometimes that can feel like a soul, and sometimes that can feel like an Akashic record, and sometimes that can feel like an imagination. But just as we see the earth in her solidity or apparent solidity, and then above her is the bead of the earth, the sphere of the earth in her light body, and we realize one is not more potent than the other. They are on the same strand of light. So we also see that about our own Antahkaranas, that this physical body has a higher dimensional body that is again above us, and it is like this physical body. The only difference is we realize that this physical body is coming down from that, and then that higher body above us is calling us back to it, calling us again as we inhale the white light to let go of everything that's not of that diamond light. Again, and no attachment, because in the long run, this is the process that's happening on the earth right now, and this is the process that's happening with our souls right now. We are becoming diamond light. So as we do this and we feel the earth rotating, and we feel her with her diamond light, and we do this and we feel our physical bodies and we feel our diamond light, and we see it as if it's separation, that they're two distinct beads, but they're really not, because the strand of white light is the continuum. And the light body and the physical body, these are just parts of a continuum. So we recognize it as the continuum that we need to place our minds on, because it's as that continuum is moving through us, it does assist to let go of all that no longer serves that higher dimensional outworking. So we feel that in our physical bodies. We feel the sloughing off of the old. Simultaneously, we feel the earth, and that white light is coming through her, and she is sloughing off things. And then we feel that as she rotates on her axis, that white light is actually even from a higher solar energy. And that again, as the earth rotates on her axis, there's a substance, and that substance is kind of like the centrifugal force of a washer. And as you know, when you have a clothes, you get spun out, you spin out, and so the whole idea is you get the water comes in, it begins to dissolve certain things, crustaceans, earth energies, and then the water comes in and softens and erodes, and then the washing machine spins and spins, and as it spins, the centrifugal force pulls the water out of the clothes, where it goes down the drain and it goes into another source. So we want to feel now, as we meditate on this diamond light, that there is a centrifugal force outside of our own energy fields. It is a force of the planet. It is a force of higher quasars and light bodies. And it is a force of a spinning. And this spinning is creating a centrifugal force. And literally, it is calling away from us all things that are not held steady in that diamond light. And that's a good term to remember. All things that are not held steady in that diamond light. Because the diamond light is the stability. The diamond light is the vibration that peacefully, but very precisely, creates alignment. As we say to ourselves, we open our mental bodies, we align to the diamond ray of the soul that is being poured through us and poured through our planet now. As we align to it, we willingly release all that no longer serves. And as we do this, we breathe into our hearts, and we allow ourselves to say, we open the emotional body, We let go the fear, the grief, the worry, the doubt, all these lower vibrations that have been formed out of stories that we've created out of karma. And we bring to the emotional nature the true love, true joy, and true peace that comes from the stability of the diamond ray. Then as we do this, we begin to perceive what we call our etheric body, that sphere that we often travel with, and still it's a lower body. It's just above the third dimensional body, but we're working with sixth dimensional energies now. So we perceive that kind of etheric body as if it were very much like a fishbowl around us. We're the fish and it's the fishbowl. And although the fish seems like it's there, it's swimming around in the fishbowl. And so we perceive this sphere of the etheric body as if it were a fishbowl, and we begin to see that even though you can see through it and it has space in it, that it still has a very defined form. And then we begin to perceive that which we have seen as the higher dimensional body up above the physical body, which is a light body. And then we call that light body down into the etheric body so that that light can also begin to break up the structures of karma, the structures of identity. And we don't do this in any state of fear. We do this in states of awareness that the old is ending. The new template is not new, it is already formed. It is only new to us because we are graduating from the old. As we say, we open our etheric bodies. We calibrate to the higher dimensional light beings that we are, understanding that these vessels that walk, breathe, eat, sleep, speak, demonstrate on the earth plane are vehicles. And even these vehicles have to be upgraded for this time of change. We do this willingly, lovingly, gratefully, and peacefully. And again, we just see the centrifugal forces, the magnetics of churning. We see we are in a turning of the ages. We are in an energy field that is breaking apart the old to make space for the already highly developed new earth to be made present through us, in us, with us. And then we return our consciousness to that diamond white light, steady and precise, no longer fixated on the outline of the body or the definition of the clothes or the apparent walls and needs to be confined in a certain way to feel steady. We focus our minds and our hearts and our consciousness on the steadiness of the diamond light ray of the soul, which is sent to us now to become familiar with, to lean on, and indeed to vibrate with. The winds of change are here. Gale force winds are here. Energy, storms are here. Light waves are here. Steady yourself in the diamond ray